Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we've got several topics to get into today, including the possibility of more AAA games coming from Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal, as well as the latest Famitsu sales coming out of Japan. But before we get into that, let's take a look here at a tweet from Christopher Dring. Now, Christopher Dring is from GameIndustries.biz, and the tweet says, "The digital data is in. Hogwarts Legacy's opening week was 56% bigger across Europe than Elden Ring. It's the biggest game launch outside of FIFA and Call of Duty since Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, Hogwarts Legacy has been selling gangbusters, and GameIndustries.biz had another article a few days ago about the physical sales, and the headline on that says, Hogwarts Legacy is the biggest Harry Potter game launch of all time. Physical sales up 80% over last year's big fantasy game, Elden Ring. Now, both of these games came out in February, with Elden Ring releasing February 25th of last year, so these are being released at the same time of year. So to me, this seems like a fair comparison, and the fact that it's the same time of year that these went up for sale. And I haven't had a chance to try the game out yet. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I enjoy the movies, never read the books, so I'll probably wait for this to go on sale before I pick it up. So if any of you have played the game, leave me a comment below of what your thoughts are. I have a feeling this game is going to sell pretty heavily all throughout the year. We still have the PS4 and the Xbox One versions to come. And then I guess we'll see how that Switch version turns out. Next, we have an announcement of some AAA games, at least how many we're going to see over the next 5 years. And we have the headline here from VGC. Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal are expected to release 5 AAA games by March 2028. And just for a little backstory, back in August of last year, Embracer Group acquired Crystal Dynamics in Eidos Montreal, along with Square Enix Montreal, where it was renamed before it was announced that it would shut down. There was also a handful of IPs that were bought by Embracer Group. And of course, with this announcement, there's a lot of speculation of what these 5 AAA games are. First, we do know that Tomb Raider is coming, and that's being published by Amazon, interestingly enough. And then we have the Perfect Dark reboot that's being worked on in collaboration with Xbox. And Crystal Dynamics also sent out a survey about interest in Legacy of Kain late last year, which got a lot of people speculating about that series returning. And there have been reports of a new Deus Ex game that's in early development. And of course, all of these IPs were purchased by Embracer Group as part of this deal. And another game that was part of that purchase is Thief. Now, the last game in the Thief series came out in 2014 to mediocre reviews. And I do have to wonder if maybe a Thief game is that 5th game that could be in the beginning stages. So let me know what your thoughts are. Are there any other IPs that could be worked on? I do find it sort of coincidental that there were 5 main IPs that were mentioned in this acquisition, and there's 5 AAA games that are supposed to come out over the next 5 years. And then finally, let's take a look at the Famitsu sales coming out of Japan. Now, there's not a whole lot new here, except we do have Hogwarts Legacy coming in at number 1 for the PS5. And it's not too bad of a number, just over 67,000 sold. And then as we go through the list, we see a lot of familiar titles. Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet at number 2, Splatoon 3 at 3, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at number 4, Minecraft at 5, Fire Emblem Engage at number 6, Nintendo Switch Sports at 7, Mario Party Superstars at 8, Gran Turismo 7 for the PS5 at number 9, and then we round out with an old favorite of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I will be interested to see how Hogwarts Legacy does its first week on the PS5 versus when the Switch version comes out this summer. Obviously the Switch version would be inferior graphic-wise, but you do have a huge install basis of Switches in Japan, so that might get that Switch effect going and have it actually outsell the PS5 version, at least in its first week. And let's take a look at the hardware sales. The PlayStation 5 coming in first place with over 81,000 units. And then we have the Switch OLED model, followed by the original Switch at 2 and 3, and the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition at 4, the Switch Lite at 5, the Xbox Series S at 6, the PlayStation 4 at 7, outselling the Xbox Series X at number 8, and we had 91 people that needed to replace their dead 2DS. And the PlayStation 5 family of systems outsold the Switch this week with over 93,000 units compared to the Switches of just over 55,000. So it looks like that PS5 shortage in Japan has pretty much come to an end, a lot like it has here in the US, where I've seen the PlayStation 5 up for sale for several days on Amazon. And that's all we have for today. Did anything we cover catch your attention? Make sure to drop a comment below and let us know. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing so you can see these videos more often. I want to thank you for watching and be good.